Hey YouTube, Adu321, got another video review for you today. We're looking at the HK Patrol Model 14430. This knife is made by Benchmade and licensed to HK and is no longer available. They dropped the HK line from what I know, particularly this knife. This knife design, it was their knife, their design. They built it, so they went ahead and kept it in the Benchmade line. You can pick this up now as the Benchmade Casbah. It's going to have a little bit different steel, and it's going to be available in some different colors. But the dimensions, handle material, the pocket clip, all those things are exactly the same. But for this particular knife, the HK Patrol, someone that might be looking at one, wanting to know a little bit more about it, specs, weight, size comparison, we're going to cover a few of those things in this quick video. Alright, here it is. This is the Grivery material that Benchmade uses on a lot of their knives. It's kind of a high-speed plastic type material. You can see they've incorporated a lot of traction. You get in this finger trail area on the side of the scales and the molding itself at the back. We also get some jimping there at the back, some jimping incorporated into the cartridge liners here on the back of the knife. So it's very grippy. It's not going to slip out of your hand unless you want it to. So, very nice pocket clip. The loop over design. Where it says HK there on the Benchmade Casbah, it would say Benchmade, or that, or it has the butterfly, something to that effect. But it is reversible, left or right. Those two holes there, you can just move it over. Although you can carry it left-handed friendly, the controls are still only going to be more right-hand friendly on this model. But with the lock here, this particular mechanism is the lock. With it forward towards the plunger, we can push down on the plunger and it's not going to fire. So this is going to be in your pocket or carried in stowed away in a bag or something. It's nice you have that safety feature. You can leave it in that position and it's not going to fire accidentally if that button is pushed accidentally or that plunger. Pull it back towards the user, towards the back of the knife to press the plunger, and it comes open with authority. Very nice spring on this knife. And the plunger releases perfectly. There's no stick or anything. But yeah, great knife. You can see the drop point blade on it, the little swedge there at the tip, so it's going to have really good piercing ability. Decent amount of thickness. You can see if I can get the focus. There we go. HK 14430 USA on the blade, and no focus again. There it is, USA on the blade. Turn it over, we can see we're dealing with D2 steel. It's a really nice finish. Benchmade did an excellent job on their initial grind on this knife, on the cutting edge. It's very even. I was impressed with that. All I did was just touch it up on my ultrafine stones on my sharp maker, and it put a screaming edge on it. But I like that they've given it a sharpening choil, and with this flat surface here on the top, you're going to be able to put this on multiple systems for sharpening, and then again with the sharpening choil you're going to be able to take it from here all the way to the tip, get a very precise edge on this knife. We'll go over the quick specs on it for you. Again, it is D2 steel, rated to 60 to 62 HRC, so pretty hard steel. It's not going to be the easiest to sharpen, but it's going to hold an edge a long time. And you also remember that D2 is a semi-stainless, so it is going to need a little bit more care than some of your other knives, like S30V or something that's going to repel the rust and things like that a lot better. We covered already the fact that it has reversible tip-up carry, left or right. Blade length is 3.4 inches. The blade thickness is 0.114. Not too shabby. Plenty for what we have here, for what we're going to be doing with this knife, sort of knife. Handle thickness, not too bad either. Just over ½ inch at 0.59 inches. And these dimensions I'm giving you are going to be the same for the Casbah as well. Like I said, just a different blade material. Again, that was 0.59 inches on the handle thickness. The drop point design comes in at 3.43 ounces, so Nice lightweight knife, very easy in the pocket. Combination of the being not too long, not too thick, and light. It's just a great carry knife if legal to carry in your area. Always want to consult your local laws and ordinances and whatnot to make sure. Or for those of you that are first responders or whatnot able to carry this in the line of duty, it's a great choice. What else do we have here? Push button auto, an overall length of 7.80, so it's under 8 inches. That's nice in a carry knife. And it is closed length or handle length of 4.4 inches. So I have fairly short fingers but wide hands, and I'm able to get all 4 fingers with no problem. We get this forward choil here, a secondary choil, I guess, whatever you want to call that there, and then just the way it sweeps back here by the pinky, it allows me to get a very good, confident purchase on this knife. A little bit of jimping up there in the cartridge is actually effective, not just aesthetic. It provides some good traction for your thumb. So with this knife in your hand, though, when you're going to be using it in a task like this or just grasping it like this, it feels very good in the hand. Reverse as well. It's going to be a guard now for your finger a little bit, and your pinky rests right in that forward choil. No problem there. So good knife, good ergonomics on this knife. Definitely good ergonomics. So that's basically the rundown on this guy. You can see my couple of comparison knives over here in the corner. I'll go ahead and bring those in for you. Here is a 940. Okay, you can see that you get a little bit more length on the 940's blade, and thus a little bit more cutting edge, but the handles are relatively the same length. Of course, the 940 is going to be thinner, and the 940's overall weight is going to be lighter. I don't have the exact specs on it, but we'll get some numbers on that in a future video when I compare the 940 to the 940-2 and some of its closer sized competitors. So there it is. If you own a 940 and you're thinking about picking up either a Casbah or a HK Patrol, just good to know that they're roughly the same size as far as length, overall length and handle length. Something that's kind of close but is altogether different in terms of ergonomics and intended use is the stretch. But once again, this is just showing you that the handles are very similar in length, blades are similar in length. So if you have a stretch, want to know about size and weight and feel. And the Patrol does carry a little smaller. To me, it just feels a little smaller in pocket, although it's not as light as the stretch. Its overall presence in the pocket doesn't seem as bad. It's going to be a lot thinner, of course, top to bottom than a stretch. In terms of, when I say top to bottom, I mean this way across the knife. So that's just because of that thumb ramp that you get on the Spyderco. But and then for those of you who may not have either of those two knives, maybe you're not at that point in your collection where you have some of the higher end stuff or even medium stuff. If you have a Tenacious, which a lot of people start this way, if you have a Spyderco Tenacious, excellent starter knife, excellent intermediate knife. I have several of them, been collecting knives a long time, and have a good amount of knives in my collection, and I still carry the Tenacious when I get a chance. But once again, to show you, handle length very similar, blade length very similar. So if you have this Tenacious and you're thinking about picking this up, you have an idea of how it's going to how your fingers are going to fit on the knife. They're going to fit on them about the same as they do on the Tenacious. So once again, ergonomics, intended use, all that stuff a little bit different, but size wise, that's how she stacks up to some of these others. A shot of all those together for you. But certainly recommend this HK Patrol. I do not have a Benchmade Casbah. We'll be getting one though, hopefully in the future. I already know I'm going to like it just based on the fact that I love this knife, how it feels, how it carries, how it opens, how it closes. It's just got great snappy opening to it. And to me, going from the D2 to the S30V, for me, for what I use knives for, I will enjoy that, probably that a little bit better than the D2. But so there's the HK Patrol. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got something out of it if that's something you were looking for. And see you on the next video. I do 3, 2, 1, signing out.